Hello everybody, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. In our last episode we got cable harnessing going as well as cabling. Cable harnessing and cabling of both the tin and copper variety, and harnessing only has one variety. Sorry, cabling. Oh my gosh. These are such confusing words. Cabling only has one variety, so we're providing all that here in this little block. And we still have not received our first shipment of copper wire, but that will be the first one. That will be the first one. I don't know if this will be the first one to get copper wire once we have more of it, but once it gets here, we will then have our copper harnessing. The reason we needed both of those is back to our block world that we were working on for all the different kinds of blocks. We need them for our E-Block 1 and E-Block 2. So now, literally everything that these need is in the train network. Bless. That's amazing. Archcraft, I think you probably do win for count, but Dukes is definitely in the lead overall with his own little train name. So that definitely wins, but yeah, I think you probably have the most names. I don't know where all... One of them's over here. That one got upgraded a few times. And then you have 1, 2, 3 of the actual city blocks claimed. So that makes 4 total? I think I'm missing one somewhere. I mean, you upgraded it. So like 3 redemptions went to that one alone, 3 or 4. And then since then, you've had 3 more, I think. So I think you're winning in terms of count. I don't think anyone else has 4. But we are digressing. Yeah, you might have another one somewhere. It didn't look super hard just now. Where are the blocks? The blocks are here? The blocks are here. Now, request-wise, there's a bunch of things requested. Should I request more? Or should I make another requester station? I didn't think that through, did I? Oh, wait, hold on. That's the wrong spot. This is where I'm planning on doing E-blocks. Right. Okay, good. I was getting scared for a second. But this is going to be the requester for E-block ingredients. I'll probably have to grow it a little bit because there's a lot of different types. Although this number of stacks is going to be smaller, so just kidding. Also, I love when I hear my nanobots constructing things as I drive by. I think they were taking pot shots at the blueprint down here. Drive-by building, you could call it. We also need some power over here. All right. I also need to grab all this steertite at some point and jam it into a train station. So this one. This is our big boy requesting. We are going to have a pretty small request stack threshold. I think 6 is good. Is that good? What's the most expensive thing? No, we should do more than 6. Because we're not requesting any blocks here. These all stack to 200. So I'm going to do 10. 10 for the threshold there. And we're going to need a lot of things. We're going to need batteries. Lead acid batteries. There are lots of other types. There's nickel zinc, lithium ion, lithium polymer, and lithium glass. Is that even a thing in real life? Never heard of such a thing, but it probably is. There's a lot of things I don't know about. Red circuits, green circuits, which is kind of annoying. Those are not in the train network yet, but they will be eventually. I just need to deal with resin. Green circuits, and what else? Construction frames, 1 and 2, and cable harnessing. Oh, and gray boards as well. So gray circuit boards, cable harnessing, which is here, 1 and 2. I think that's it. That totals up to 8 things. 8 things. Perfect. Alright, so then we gotta figure out our numbers here. The biggest draw is 9 per second, which will handle a stack in 20 seconds. So, yeah, I think having 20 stacks of each of these is plenty. And so that's what we'll do. Enough to be a pretty good stockpile, but not run me dry across the entire base. My trains aren't going to like it, though, when I turn this on. I don't even have enough trains for all this at once. Actually, wait, I do have 8 trains, don't I? I think I have 9 or 10, actually. But I am imagining when I click this button, we are going to see some issues pop up right down here. No, interesting. Interessante. We had enough. But they're all gonna go one at a time here and stop by. So there will be lots of traffic coming in, and we're gonna need apparently power pole in a different place, and a lot of filter mini loaders for sure. Minimum is 8. Nothing needs to be more than a yellow belt or a half belt of red, which is good. And I'm trying to consider what we should put on the same belts. Because are there things that are only used in one place? Also, I'm curious, is E3 going to use C2 again? And that's a sentence that wouldn't make any sense out of context at all. No, E3 uses C3. So then, in that case, we actually only use construction frames with the green blocks. Maybe I should call them by their color. So I'm going to put those on the same belt, for sure. Strangely, it's easier to put it on the same belt like this. So that'll be green and construction frame 2. And then we've got, let's see, a couple other things. So red. Maybe I'll do it this way. Well, these are internal. So these actually don't go on these belts. So it's just these items. So then probably C-frame 1 to mix with both red and gray separately. So this will be C-frame 1. Oh, here comes the tinned harnesses. Nice. And then this guy will be gray boards and red boards and what else do we even have? The harnessing. Copper, tin, and batteries. Forgot about the batteries. Okay. That should do it. So then... Thanks. Batteries will be convenient... Need to go a little bit further down. Conveniently undergrounding their way up here to stay next to what the green boys need. Green boys need this, batteries, and tinned. So tinned and batteries should go on the same one, yes? Unless, what, does E3? No, that needs silver harnesses. So yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Good. So that's 4 things, plus the red blocks, and we're good to go. So that'll be good for our boys in green. And then line that up. Fancy. Oh, what on earth? I am a dweebulous. That's not a word, but I'm using it. We already have construction frames here. Well, I needed that belt, though. Shoot. I can just go up here now. Well, no, that's not lined up. The prettiness is over. We already have construction frames belted in because I'm making them right in this block right here, and I completely forgot. Also, speaking of... we weren't speaking of it, but where is all the stuff for the construction frame 2? Looks like they're missing construction block. Oh, that's construction block 1 that's missing. And that is missing... What goes here? I have no memory. What the heck? I've mixed so many belts, I can't even tell what was going on this. What was traveling over here? It was the thing that was with the steel frames. The steel frames were coming from here, so it was this. So it was the thing on the right side of this belt, which is this, which is coming from here, which goes all the way back. Oh my goodness. C-frame 1s, which means we're out of iron plates. That is the current issue. Probably could have figured that out by going here and seeing that we are missing 32,000 iron sheet coils. That would have been another way of acquiring the same information. Wow. are we... What is going on here? Are we making iron sheet coils? What is the HAPS coil? Wait a second. What? Oh, it's one of the ones that's called a roll? No. What is happening? I haven't made a single iron sheet coil in the last hour? Okay, that's not good. How is that even possible? What is even happening? Let us investigate. That's very not good. What is the situation up here? We're completely bone dry on iron. I need to fix that. Can I do that from here? I can, thank goodness. Currently we're bone dry on everything, which makes no sense. Oh, I'm out of a certain ore. No. Mineral catalyst. Oh, crushed stone. Oh, crushed flipping stone will never cease to destroy me and ruin me. We did have it next on our list, and here I am finishing blocks instead of fixing crushed flipping stone. Yeah, wow. We've already emptied out, like, most of this, so... Yeah, future credit. I'm going to set this up first because I'm in the middle of it, but we really need to fix crushed stone. There is a reason I put it all in caps 2 or 3 episodes ago, and that reason is coming back to bite us in the butt. Anywho, that's good to go. These get mixed with red circuits. No, we need to be one more forward because of the gray circuits. Like so. So we've got all this coming up. Gray circuits don't really need to be on a whole belt, but they also don't really not need to be on a whole belt. They don't really not need to be. Pretty sure that's a correct sentence. My ears say it's not, but my brain says it is. Maybe not the most well-formed sentence, but it's technically correct. Or technically appropriate, at least. So these guys are the easy ones. The original, the OG E-Block 0. So, OG E-Block only needs gray boards and C-frames. So that's pretty easy. And I think we need to split this off into the 2 separates right now. So C1s will go this way. And then they will have 2 separate mixings. We will have a red circuit mixing with, and then a gray circuit mixing. This will be the gray. Actually, I want to do it like this. Okay, so that's mixing with gray circuits. These are going to mix with red circuits. Now, those are coming from Lord knows where. Where are the red circuits? They're empty? No. What even? Where are the red circuits? These look so nice. Aha! Ha! LOL. I never connected my red circuits to a provider station. That could explain why I don't have any. So let's put that on our hot list of things to do. Provide red circuits, you ninny. Okay, and then that'll go up. Alright, so that's on the list as well. Maybe that should even be before our crushed stone, because that'll take 5 seconds. Alright, so that's easy. So red circuits are going to be on the left side of this here belt. And so that's going to go... Red circuits... I guess it doesn't really matter, because that's an odd number, right? No, it's an even number. So we'll bring the C-frames to mix with the E-blocks. These two are already on a belt together. Okay. These are the types of things where I always like have 15 different ideas for how I could lay this out. And I don't always do it the same way. Maybe some of that's because I like variety. Maybe some of it's because I kind of just make it up as I go. But I really don't do these things the same way every time. Sometimes I, you know, go on all one side, and it's kind of the lopsided assembler version. Sometimes I don't. Those are going to go off and be provided, and then half continue onwards. And we need 10 and then 20. 20 is a big number. It fits along this. I think I'll fit the 10 above this. So then these will continue on to be ingredients. Mixing, though, with this. So this needs to find its way up there, too. Oh, I have an idea. It will just find its way here. And then these will go on the close side. Oh, no. But we need to fix that issue. So then we will filter... no, we won't, because these also get used in red. So these two are an ingredient together. That's what I already knew. What am I doing? Hold phone, please. Can't breathe. Now I get it. I was confusing myself because the blocks do need to be filtered. Where are they? There it is. They do need to be filtered out. But then we also... Yeah, we want something like that. I guess could be closer. And that way, only half at most, or at least, half at least. At most, it's just all of it, because the rest is stalled out. But half of them will go to get stored in a provider station. Got it. Ooh, where's that train going? Oh, it's gone. Who knows? And then these will keep both items to be future ingredients. And I'm going to imagine there's beacons here, maybe with a space for power or whatever. And so then this is going to need to be 10. I think I have room for 10 here. I don't need to make it any wider. And then we can go along the top. Now, the number of ingredients says I might need to do this for my E1s. And that will get me, yeah, up to 3 per second. Perfect. And then we've got 2 more ingredients in the form of red circuits and cable harnesses, which should be on this belt. Yes, this belt. Don't get run over by train. Okay, so this belt then can work its way over to here. And then join... Oh, well, that's kind of annoying now. I guess we'll just do this. So that we don't have to worry about that bothersome crossing over. And then we'll have output going that away. And we ran out of space, so I am going to need to use double undies. Yes, I know how that sounds. Don't at me. Flip that, and then Guglielmo. Power. Beautiful. Copy. Copy that. Alright, that should do it. That should do it. And we get that powered up with a linkage to somewhere. Also, we never powered these. Where's our... Oh, we don't actually have power anywhere near all that. So we're just going to go towards this tall boy. Okay, so that's all set up. And these are running. Beautiful. Beautiful thing indeed. I might even, just because we can, increasify this to be a higher numerical amount that we can provide if necessary. Because that's pretty easy to just increase like that. I got that. I got this. Now we need the top one, which is 20. And 5 ingredients. 5 ingredients plus 1 out gradient means potentially 3 belts if you're really careful about it, because you can put it on the same side of the belt as one of the ingredients. And considering we already have this beautiful blueprint, I think that's what I'm going to do. So the reds, 20. Could do 20 this way. I could do it this way, but then the reds have to do a little zigzag action. They could go left first. Maybe that's just the smart play. I think that's the smart play. We're not going to expect any beacons in the middle because beacons can't reach 3 tiles anyway. There go. It's a mixture of therefore and ergo, by the way. We could also say airfor. Airfor, we can do these. Now, I'm a bit worried about the inputs. Can we get 3 belts wrangled around that left edge there? I'm going to go with yes, with some amount of care. So we'll see how that goes. So then the steel boys, which are over here. Steel boys plus whatever's on this belt. I forget. Is it important? What's on this belt? Green circuits. Yes, very important. Steel boys plus green circuits, maybe, is a good way to look at this. And that is green circuits only, I believe. Yep. Yep. So then those get mixtured. And then this goes over. And now we need both of these plus the red E-blocks to be... Yikes. I think this will be okay, though. Might interfere with a few beacons if we ever do such things, but should be okay. These will go this way. This one gets flip-flopped upside down. Okay, and then this is where things get complicated. Let's do underground. So that works. We're missing red circuits, I believe. No, what's green circuits on that side? And then this. This is where we get a little weirdsies because the output needs to go this way. And then the reds need to come out, split, and do this. That is perfect. And then this needs to escape. This way. Okay. Like I said, interferes with some beacons, but more or less we're okay. And providing will be over here, so I need to keep going to the right. That. Maybe we even kind of go underneath. And then do one of those. And then, oh wow, this is getting real nasty times. But it works. And a little bit of spaghetti's good for the health. Oh, that actually kind of works out perfectly. Look, they're right next to the other ones. Beautimus. And then I just need to, wow, get some more assemblers. And then copy that. That is 10. Now we need the amount for 20. Although I can't. Well, this is kind of annoying. Okay, let me get those placed. We'll copy 6. Because there's an underground at the front of the first one, so I can't just copy the whole thing. And then just paste 4 more on the end here. Because it repeats every 2. And that should do it. 4 blocks. And then now, output blocks have not been handled. They have been handled. By this. So output blocks are on the far side of this one. I didn't check whether that's going to work out correctly, did I? So the far side of this one is the top side of this one, which is also the side these are outputting on. So we need to change the red boy lane to the bottom lane here. Bottom lane here will then correspond to the top lane here, which will be out of the way of the green boys. And then finally, what is this belt for? This belt does not need to exist this whole way. Yeah, that was just for the red outputs. And then finally, we will take green boys off the belt with something like that. This will come back and get cozy with these other belts. Ta-da! And then you will underground, you will squiggle back in line, and now we have all 3 blocks on the belts. Again, this is all hypothetical. Who knows what will happen when we actually get all these ingredients running. And then we're going to have one go here and the other 2 go all the way over. Cool. So, perfect spacing. So this one will break off. Oh no, that's perfectly in line with the rail signal. How unbelievably imperfect. Alright, well that'll go down this way. I didn't give the rails any breathing room. Makes me sad. But that's okay. These things happen. And then we load in. Ta-da! Now we need to limit this to... to what? That's another question I have of the audience here. If you limit a chest, does that save UPS if all these slots are empty? Because I know bigger, essentially storage buildings use up more UPS because inserters have to check all the slots. And I understand that is because you can do this. So they still need a check in a way, but if is the storage smart? Like if it knows all the red slots are empty, does it even see that it has more slots that it needs to check, or does it get saved? Because if it does cost more UPS, I really technically, I don't think we're gonna get this far in the playthrough, but I technically should be actually cutting this down to be a smaller warehouse rather than doing red slots, because red slots maybe don't save as much UPS as a smaller storage. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that, and I'm pretty sure I don't need to care because I'm not going to build a big enough base for that to matter. We'll run this over. Get that, and then this connectoid. Okay. Give the rails breathing room. That's better. Actually... So that's such an optical illusion. These are both one tile away from where they're allowed to be built, but this one looks way closer. So I'm going to move it back one more. That feels more balanced, even though technically it is not. And again, with the limiting, I want to say 20 is like already probably too much. Because 20 stacks is going to be... Oh my gosh, that's so many blocks. That's going to take forever. This one will fill up relatively fast. The other ones will take literally forever. Literally. So 20 slots gives me 10,000 of them. Considering they're used for only science and other blocky things, I think 10,000 will be enough for now. And they stack to 500, so like 20 stacks. I'm only going to request it 1 or 2 stacks at a time. Goodness. So the provide stack threshold then shall be 2. Turn that on. And I'll go ahead and copy those settings into these guys. I need to name them. You are going to be provide eblock 3. No, sorry, that's 2. That's 2, not a 3. That still confuses me. I'm still mad about it. Oh my goodness, Archcraft. Yeah, you totally need to get to bed. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. I hope you sleep well. Provide eblock 1. And it goes 210 rather than 321. Ah, that will always bother me. Provide eblock 0. Okay, now why is that not running? So we should have the ingredients for that. We're missing C1s. We're missing C1s probably because of the whole iron issue, because of the whole crushed stone doesn't exist issue. Yep, okay. Makes sense. Okay, first... Provide red circuits, Unini. So we will go do that. And where's my train? It's down here. Gotta catch a ride. Up to here. So we'll do that, and then we have to look at how do we make gobs of stone. I think we looked at it in Hellmod already, even... But we didn't actually finish the process. Also, this is hilarious to me. I put in so much work setting this all up, and I didn't even connect it. We connected the gray boards just fine, but not the red ones. I think I'd like them to be here. Beep, and turn. Load. We're not making more than 15. Are we making like exactly 15? What are we making? Yeah, we're making exactly 15. So with some beaconing, I may need upgrades to this. So we'll just start it out like that. Now, you need to be figured out properly. 40 should not be the threshold for circuits. 10 should be. And you are called provide red circuit. And really, if I was being clever, I would name it provide circuit red, because you want to provide the biggest categories first, because then they sort much more nicely, and you can check out things much more nicely. Because then it'll be provide circuit red, provide circuit gray, provide circuit blue, provide circuit orange. They'll all be right next to each other. So that's just a tip. If you're naming things that are going to be in some sort of alphabetical order, name them with the bigger categories first. Provides all go together. Requests all go together. You know. And such. You could also choose to do provide as the last word, because then you'll have circuit red provide right next to circuit red request, and you may prefer that. I think I prefer all my providers together and all my requesters together. I also need to name this. What is this providing? Gray circuits. It's not even on. Wow, nice work. Krydax. Provide. Hey, Banana, how's it going? Gray. Is it gray with an E or what? I hate the word gray. Circuits. Nope, circuit. Did I screw that up? No, I did not screw that up. Provide gray circuit. On. 10. Now, but I had trains take these over somewhere. How was that off? Now I'm really confused. Didn't this already record? Now, wait here just a minute. How? What the heck? Am I making gray circuits somewhere else that I just forgot about it? No, I'm not. How did... What is happening? What in the heck? So this was off and was set to stack threshold of 40. How did it provide circuits ever if it was off? If you have output off. Oh, shoot. Never mind. So the way LTN works, yeah, that's stupid of me. Everything, well, you actually don't need any LTN combinator stuff. If you just fill a warehouse with junk and connect it to the input, that's telling the LTN network, hey, I've got 20,000, gray circuits over here. So you can actually provide without even having a combinator. But the problem is the combinator needs to set the provide stack threshold along with what channels and along with the train limit. So actually, if you don't care about any of these things, then you don't need a combinator for the providers, which is kind of interesting. It's actually very interesting. I hadn't thought about that before. But here we are. Another thing I thought of that would be really cool, if there's the signal transmission mod. Do I have that? I usually have it as a, quality of life thing, because it's fun to use sometimes. You mainly need it in space exploration, but first of all, gosh, this is way too expensive. Like, I think this is something you should get relatively early. Like, you can make all sorts of other technological advances. You can make radar. Like, why can't you just make a signal transmitter and receiver? But it lets you connect circuit networks across time and, well, not time, but across space at least. So what I could do is I could make one signal that represents like my regular providers at a stack threshold of 40. And then I could just do a receiver that's hooked up, and then I just set what channel rather than setting all these individually on each thing. But then I still need the different output signals, so that's a dumb idea. I rescind my idea. But yeah, Banana, I do think you're right about the British versus American spellings, but the problem is, at least in America, it's not consistent. It's not like everyone... Like, I've looked this up before on Google, and Google says, like, I think one of them is slightly more used, but people still will use both spellings in America, so it's very confusing. So, crushed stone. That is the HAPS. So we were looking at this in the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, or 3 episodes ago, I have no idea, at some point in the past, and we had 2 major ways to make slag slurry. We have the slag route, which involves electrolyzing electrodes, and we can produce 100 slag slurry with 30 sulfuric and essentially a relatively small build. You know, electrolyzers are fairly large, but they're not huge. And the rest of this is pretty small. And I don't know what that was. That can go away. And then some flare stacks, I guess, to get rid of the gases. And we also get some free saline water out of it, which I guess is fine. Then, the other option is this. Now, I need to change this to be 30, so we're still looking at the same numbers again. Oh, crap. Change that to 0. I think that's correct. No, wait, I did something very wrong. Oh, yeah, it's the mud water we care about, not the sulfuric. That's what happened. Yeah, time... I literally did this exact thing when I set it up. Divided by 2913 times 100. Is that right? Yeah, that actually worked. Wow. My brain is just not working today. 99.99 times 100. There we go. Okay, so we got exactly 100 slag slurry out from this process. We also will have crystal slurry. Not initially. I don't think I have crystal slurry yet. Crystal slurry. Yeah, that's not until orange. And then you can make the crystal catalyst, which is super awesome, because then you can do the sorting for silicon, nickel, aluminum, zinc, or silver directly, which is like a godsend, just like it was when we got it for the tier number 1 ores. So anyway, this version uses a lot of crushers, and at least for now, I'll just be storing all the crystal dust, which is kind of scary, because I can't vent it. And 43 crystal dust per second is kind of absurd. What can I do? Do I even have a way that I can get rid of this at this tech tier? I don't. There's not one way to get rid of it. The other way to get rid of it later is this, but that's also locked behind orange. So the danger of me using this recipe is I'm just going to have to make massive amounts of storage for the crystal dust. The benefit is we will use that crystal dust eventually, and we'll be happy that we have it, and we're happy we're doing this process, because then we're going to get free crystal dust as a byproduct of making our slag slurry. And 5.1 megawatts versus 7.5. Pretty similar, right? I mean, this one actually takes more power. So this one is lower power, nice byproduct, and probably just going to take more space. I think that's worth it. So we're going with this. We are going to have to make a huge storage area for crystal slurry and figure that out. And I'm going to go back here to grab some more things because I'm going to need to think about this for a second. So we do have the ingredients for washing plant 2s, which is good. So I'm going to set up 20 of those. Done. And then we're going to need ore crusher 2s out the wazoo. How many? 17. 3, 1, 2. Okay, done. And liquefiers 3. And that's actually it. Kind of don't believe that. Almost. And we actually had all the ingredients for that. That's amazing. I am going to need pipes. And I think I'm forgetting some other things. We're going to get water on site. Oh, heavy mud water, I guess. Let's figure that out. I'm going to leave the slag one if I need it in the future at some point. But mud water, we need to do the product, which comes from viscous. You need to be your own block. You're connected, ingredient, input, yada, yada. Okay. Good. Good. Ingredients. Viscous mud water. Okay, so we are going to need 4 more. Sorry. 4 more washing plants to make them. No, not to make the mud. Sorry, I was like, what are we making this mud for? My brain. Apologize, guys. But I assume you appreciate Factorio with Krydex fuzzy brain rather than no Factorio at all. So, we're not using this mud. That is a byproduct. We'll have to get rid of it. That's fine. We're mainly using this for the heavy mud water. We're going to need 4 of those. We have regular water. We need water fill if we want to make mud water anywhere. That is annoying because I haven't researched water fill yet. So, Unfortunately, that means what? Do we just magically have enough science of that particular color? Oh yeah, because it's gray. So I think we might have enough backed up for gray, because we ran out of whatever this one was, the dark blue. Um, but I think that we'll have enough to finish this research. Hopefully. Yeah, that's got to be enough. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to get some water fill, and then that will give us the pool for mud water, and so I do need 4 more washing plants. Please tell me I have enough. No! That's really funny. I was exactly 1 short. It's always 1 short, somehow, and I've used up all of this junk. So I need to go grab some more green circuits to bring here. These guys are out of almost everything, but they have enough. They have enough to make what I need. So that's good enough. But let me go get some more green circuits. And that needs to go on my list here, green circuits. We kind of did most of the regular circuits. Well, the first 2 at least. But green circuits are not done. So we'll go over here, we will grab lamps while we walk by them. And then I shall grab the circuits verde, as it's called. I probably don't need 2 stacks of reds. And then we load those bad boys into the chest, and that will make me a bunch more E-block 2s. Not that this is super important, because we have almost fully automated this, but for now it kind of matters. I'll give you some more of those, and some more of the steel frames too, so I think you'll be happy for a while. Yeah, that'll make it happy. Happy little camper. So we'll give away those E-blocks, get some more production 2s. And then, yeah, we only need 3 of those and 4 of these, so not too bad. So, uno mas, and then we will have it. And I think I have enough pipes, but gosh, this is a lot. Each one of these is going to need a water connection plus a mud water connection. So that's at least 2 of these per, so that's about 40 of these. I think we'll be okay, actually. The reason I liked the slag route, I remember this now, I kind of forgot about it, is throughput. 50 crushed stone is a lot harder to deal with than 10 slag. So in terms of trains and how many trains you need and all that, slag is way denser. So there's a good chance, if I'm a smart man, I have room to make this crushed stone near where we need it. And that answer is no. None of these blocks are empty. Because it'd be really nice to not have to transport the crushed stone by train. So what would be better, actually, is transporting sulfuric acid and then slag slurry as an output liquid. Oh yeah, we did that math too. Gosh, I'm like reliving my past. I'm pretty sure we did this, but I don't remember what the result was, so I need to do it again. How much slag slurry can fit on a train versus how much crushed stone can fit on a train? So crushed stone on a train is 120 stacks times 200, and then divide that by 50. So we can do 480 essentially seconds of this on one train. Nice. Slag slurry is 100 per second, and a liquidy train, the Angel's variety, can hold 40k, so 2 of those is 80k. 80k divided by 100 is 800. So I can do 800 seconds worth of slag slurry on a single liquid train. And liquid trains load and unload way faster. And even more gooder is I don't have to deal with all this crushed stone on a million belts all the way across the base. So we are going to make the slag slurry on site. It will output slag slurry. And then that begs the question, should I output something else? Because slag slurry then just gets mixed with purified water, ran through this loopy process with filters. I mean, that is a pretty big process that I don't really want to set up again. So I think we'll leave it at the slag slurry for now. But that could be something we do later, is just output the mineral catalysts themselves onto trains and use that. Okay, so I believe we have everything we need except water fill. Right. So we need some stone brick and water. Oh gosh, I forgot about the assemblers. We are totally out. Let's grab some more of those. And then we'll make some water fill over here. So where is it? Shallow into medium. I don't think we need deep water fill, and mud green and deep green are also not needed. Wait, what is mud though? Used to build shallow muddy water. I don't think that has anything to do with Angel's mud though. Completely unrelated, I believe. Alright. Hook up the water. This goes there. This grabs from a chest. This puts into a chest that can be the same chest. Don't really see an issue with that. And so all we need is some stone brick to fire this up. Bam. Easy peasy. Alright, now I will need how many tiles? I think 9 to get a mud pump. Mud water. Pump-a-doodle. Yeah, this guy. Seafloor pump. 300 a second, mud water. I actually need more than that, so I need room for 2 of these. And these are quite large. Yeah, these are 3x3. And I think you actually need more than that, if I'm remembering correctly. So we might actually need like 18 plus more. Maybe they'll fit in. I think they actually will fit in 18. But we'll throw in an extra 6 just in case. So we'll need 24 water fill here. It's kind of slower than I was expecting. It'll build up to a ton over time, but it's not starting out very fast. Okay, so that should work. And we'll do all of our geode crushing. We'll have a huge storage for crystal dust. A bunch of crushed stone, which will go directly into liquefiers. Gosh, it's crazy that 3 liquefiers is all you need to handle 50 a second crushed stone. That's just bonkers to me. So, alright, 10. We're almost there. I guess we could start thinking about what block we want this in. Shoot. I really wish I had more blocks here. Because I want to connect it to the sulfuric here. Because we don't have sulfuric on trains yet, and I'm not really ready to put sulfuric on trains. I don't want to use this block. Oh, that's where Archcraft's other name was. He already went to bed, but it was in clay brick, so it's a lot harder to see. So I don't want to use this block. But then the next nearest block would be all the way down here, and then I'm running sulfuric all the way down here with pipes. We do have nice underground pipes that are pretty unintrusive, so then maybe that's not the worst thing. And then the slag slurry can get delivered to here. I think I'll change this one to a slag slurry receiving. Oh, wait. I could just make it in this block. Duh. Duh. Total duh. If we have enough space, that is. Let's imagine ourselves building 25 washing plants. Is that easily doable? We'll give it, I'll just say 3 squares of space there. That's 8. That's 16. Yeah, that right there is 26. And then the rest of stuff we need is a bunch of crushers. Totally easy. The crushers, I mean, that right there is 23. That's more than we need. Okay, yeah, this will totally fit up here. Alright, problem solved. We'll just do it in the block we originally intended to have all that stuff in it, and I think we have enough water fill, so let's go for it. Vroom vroom. And I don't know if we'll finish this build in this episode. We're looking at 5 or 10 minutes left here, so probably not. But if I build fast, maybe we can handle it. This is one of my old train stations. Old and ugly. We finally emptied out that, which feels good. But I also ran out of stone, which doesn't feel good. Don't need all these random power poles anymore. I'm going to leave this. I'm at least going to make it look right, but... because we might still need a lot of crushed stone from other places, and we still want to prioritize it. So I might need to prioritize the slag slurry, where this has a low priority, because we want to use up stone. But this isn't a void station, but it could be. Oh, I get so confused with these things. Priorities and void stations, because right now this is actually a requester station. Well, all void stations are requesting, but it's on ID 3, which means it's both void and regular. So if we need to void stone, we want to be using this as the stone that we use to make the slag slurry. If we don't need to void stone, we don't want to request stone from a place that provides stone because we'd rather use the slag slurry here. So I guess the question is, am I ever going to put crushed stone in a provider? Or are we safe from that? I think we might be safe. This mineralized water is the one reason, but I can just make slag on site for mineralized water if I really need it, right? I think that's probably what I'll go with. So I'll just never put crushed stone on the network unless it's being voided. So this is actually only void. And anywhere where crushed stone shows up, will just come here no matter what. So then this will take priority every time. Because I'm not going to build a system that provides crushed stone into the network. I will only build systems that give crushed stone into the network as a byproduct. Alright, so that sounds good. We do technically need to then add one more void station in case we have too much byproduct crushed stone. I don't think that will ever be an issue, but it's possible. Technically. Alright, and here I was saying I probably won't get this build done. Part of that is because I'm going to spend half of it talking instead of doing. I can't find... I literally can't find it. There it is. Okay, so we need... Let's start at the end. So slag slurry is the end. So those little 3 liquefiers would be over here. They're going to have sulfuric in a hole. I might even need to space them out so that we can get enough loaders into them. But this is essentially the final goal. And yeah, they can each handle 18. So we legit have one... We need 2 yellow loaders going in. And we'll do this. Okay. So that stone is all necessary. And that... Okay, so that's the stone. Then we have all of the crushing. The crushing. And it's kind of weird because there's different numbers of each geode, so it's not the same for every color. So we're definitely going to have to pin this. It's a very strange system. You have to be very careful when you set all this up, because you essentially have a bunch... Thankfully, it looks like the outputs are never totaling more than 30, so the outputs can each be on their own belt. They'll each get sorted. The stone will go on to very many belts from there. Yeah. But the most we need is 4, so I think we probably have room if we do 4 here. So we'll have the geodes come down on the left. The output will come over on the right. The geodes need to load in at some... who knows what rate, at a rate of 4, which 1 can handle, but the output rate of 6, we need 2 inserters for. Do I do filter inserters? Will that be smart or stupid? I actually like it going, well, all of these are under 15. So for that reason, I will use filter inserters. Because I never have to worry about one color of geode. Wait, I'm sorry. This is outputting crystal dust. The geode colors come out of the washing plants. This is all crystal... Crystal dust and crushed stone only. I don't care what side of the belt it goes on. Not at all. So blue totals out to more than 15 though, so I do need it to be on both sides. And then we have, so we have blue. We'll just do this 6 times. I don't even care that it's too many. I'll remove the ones I don't need. So blue and then teal only needs 2. And then light green only needs 2. And then purple only needs 2. And then red needs 4 again, and yellow needs 3. Okay, so blue. Why didn't I do power before I did all this? Questions, the questions. Okay. Yeah, we'll just copy 2 of them. Alright, do that, and then remove this one. Okay, so then this one was red last? No, yellow was last. And then, I guess I didn't add them in the correct order, because here is a different order. This says red next. And then this one is... You know, it's going to haunt me forever if I don't go in this order. So we're going to reorder this. So blue, and then next is going to be purple, which needs only 2. After that is going to be yellow, which needed 3. I ran out of these, of course, because they're not distributed properly. And then next is going to be what? Light green, which needs 2. Okay, perfect. And then after that is... Oh no, I skipped one. What am I doing? Yellow. Blue, purple, yellow. Light green. Oh, teal. Yeah, the light green and teal, I think those are the annoying ones. They're too close. I've always thought this. I've always thought the colors are too close together. It's too confusing to have light green and cyan. Like, there's so many other colors to choose from, you know? Red and purple feel different. Light green and cyan feel too similar to me. Anyway, we do go light green and then cyan. And then the last one is the red. Yes. And that needed 4. If I remember correctly. There we go. Okay, so that is the 6 colors of the geode rainbow. And we will have to call it an episode there, but I'm very excited to get all these created and crushed and fed in as crushed stone to our slag slurry making process. Yeah, poor colorblind people. The good thing is the names, at least, are different, but yeah. Definitely recolored sprites can be tough on colorblind people, and that's why adding in even rotations, slight rotations can be very helpful, or slight... differences in how many spikes they have. That's a lot more work, but even just rotations or size differences can be a big way to help colorblind people. Just the more you know. Like, that's one example why the copper and iron plates look different. You notice they're not just a recolor of the same texture, and that's so even if you were playing in black and white, you could still tell the difference, because the copper one is a little bit like thicker and more angled to the right. Anyway, that's the fun fact for today, but I am going to call it a video there. So for those of you on YouTube, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.